The vet?
The vet. Your dog was healthy all year long, thanks to me.
You had to at least know how to fight. Damn. I mean, you had to have some kind of street in your life. Yeah. And if you call yourself a tiger, we should be seeing some stripes. He bring it into tech. I bag him right by his kidney. Now his shit attached. The code word chemo, Erica, hello, it's a wrap. Arthur, Dexter, Dora, it's a pack.
You was drunk all year long, thanks to me.
Oh, I can't get no sleep. Harry, Chapo, Hitler, Tunnel that, Pamela, Dolly, Nikki, double rap. And I
Phone bill. You was able to call all your bald head friends all year long, thanks to me.
Blake, DeMarcus, Kirk, my cousin's back. I pick the brakes off of. I'm old school. I try. Get that
Grown man boys.
Mortgage. You had shelter all year long, thanks to me.
This is ridiculous. Merry Christmas. No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We here. It's knowledge of God. Hip hop is real. And I'm calling this show Your Honor Gives His Judgment. We here with the one and only DMV Zone. Your Honor, how you feeling?
DC Zone, man. I don't know nothing about the DMV.
Oh,
DC Zone.
Then I started it wrong. Like,
they crazy. You good.
DC, when you guys come from DC, guys like myself automatically believe DC is a part of the DMV. In my mind.
I mean, that's understandable.
And if please clear it up for us who's out of, touch with the understanding of the DMV and the DC thing. Since we started right here.
I guess, okay, so New York, if the nigga from Harlem and they say, oh, we got New York's own, I don't know, like I'm trying to figure out a way to, I don't really know New York like that, but like if you from Brooklyn and they say, oh, we got New York's own, he gonna be like, I ain't from New York, I'm from Brooklyn or something, or that's not how it goes.
I mean, there's some Brooklyn niggas that's like, Brooklyn is like, nigga, it's his own world, so I get that.
There we go,
nigga.
just like that.
Brooklyn, nigga, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we just don't know nothing about that. That never was a thing where we from. We don't never say no DMV. That's for M and V. That's for Maryland and Virginia. Say that. We never say no shit like that. We don't even know what that is.
If it's Edmond and V, then what's the D represent?
I mean, it's DC for sure because we surrounded by Maryland and Virginia. So I get it, but that's for the rest of the world. We don't follow that shit, and I don't rep that shit. We don't include it. Like, okay, so growing up, being from Maryland or Virginia was a negative. It wasn't a positive thing. It's a negative. If you're from Maryland, you called a measly. That mean a Maryland lame. Because if you're from Virginia, the same thing. Because that mean they lame because our interactions with them is always under those pretenses that they was lame. When we go to the go-go's out there or go out there with the bitches, because the only time we really spent time in Maryland and Virginia was the bitches, because they always had better bitches than ours. Because Maryland and Virginia ain't hood. Now, it's hoods everywhere, but just in generally speaking, Maryland and Virginia ain't hood. Of course, Newport News is and motherfucking Lord and blah, blah, blah. But like, in a nutshell, it's not hood. DC is hood. It's always hood, always have been. Not now, not nowadays. Nowadays, it's actually really nice and $1 million homes uptown and it's gentrified. But like at a time when we was coming up, it was only hood. It would never know. So if you from DC, it was guaranteed to be a hood because it was no nice parts. Like, so that's why I think we look at it like that, because being called a Maryland nigga is a disrespect. It's a slander to one of us. It's how we disrespect each other. Nigga, you a measly, you a Maryland nigga. That's how we disrespect one another where I'm from. So when other people say it, sometimes I always just be like, no, it's DMV just because I'm still of that cloth. But, you don't mean nothing by it. You just simply include, saying what you know to say. So it ain't no harm.
Real talk.
It ain't no harm. We just...
Listen, I appreciate the education. I'll tell you that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not being from there, I never knew that. I didn't understand that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't do that. Fuck no. We don't say no DMV shit. Fuck no. That's a slander, bro. That is a
Wow.
you get beat for calling a nigga Maryland nigga, and he ain't like that's a you know what I mean?
Wow.
That's something you use to degrade him. You acting like a
Got
Maryland, or we'll say you acting like if it's our homie, we even say to our homie, you acting like a Maryland nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now shout out to Maryland niggas. No disrespect to Maryland or Virginia niggas, but I'm just saying with our upbringing with them, they was always kind of you know.
Let me ask you this though. So in terms of battle rap, right? How you feel about the DMV movement then? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that like, we had the Midwest movement, you know what I'm saying? The Philly, all these different movements, and the DMV movement became, what we seen with DRUGZ and you know what I mean? Like Jack Boy and then, Ace and all the guys coming out, Cuban. And people would consider you a part of the DMV movement. Like, so, as far as outside looking in. What's your thoughts on just the DMV movement, or when you were coming up and you're hearing this DMV movement thing, where did you consider or put yourself in when you looking at this?
I think that that's a good question. I got a couple different answers. Number one, they mostly from Maryland. It's not a slander to the rest of them niggas. Like to be for the DMV and you from Maryland isn't a bad thing. To be from Virginia and be included in the DMV ain't a bad thing. The rest of them is normal. Why wouldn't they claim DMV if you know what I mean? They don't view it like that. I'm just speaking for a DC nigga. We don't associate with no Maryland and Virginia niggas, not to the degree where we the DMV. We don't say nothing like that. We would rather and number two, that's why I came in saying the district. That's why I made it. That's why I came in literally with the slogan. I'm from the district. I wanted to separate myself from whatever thing they had going on. That's why I ain't joined none of them. I'm not from that. I ain't a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I was a first round draft pick. I came out the gates hot. I was a first round draft pick with all of these groups. I chose Dalma. I could have been anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't be. I couldn't be no part of that. I don't know nothing about that. But shouts out to them because they from Maryland and Virginia. So if it works, it fits them. They from that. I ain't from Maryland or Virginia. We from DC, and we don't associate it like that. It ain't. I'm trying to be clear here because shouts out to Maryland and Virginia. It's good men everywhere. Streets everywhere. We fuck with, you know what I'm saying? We fuck with most of my best partners is from Maryland. I'm grown now, but I'm just speaking on how we came up and what it means to us to be from DC because we got overlooked too many times. We get overlooked for Maryland, for Virginia. Our shit go right over. They got Kevin Durant. They got Wale, Maryland. We get overlooked being from DC anyway, so it means more to like stand alone as DC. If we merge DC with Maryland, Virginia, we lose in the end. We lose because they get all the clout from DC real work, but we don't get none of the celebratory status from none of them. From Vernon Davis, from Vontae Davis, from I was about to say Derrick Rose, motherfucker Dave Chappelle. He's Silver Spring, Maryland. They Maryland. All we got is Earthquake. That's all we got is Earthquake.
But isn't Kevin Durant, Dave Chappelle, Wale? Don't they represent DC?
I think I'm trying to answer two questions because I think from the mainstream's perspective, yes, but from a DC perspective, no. From a DC perspective, no. Kevin Durant is from Maryland. He's from Prince George's County or something, right? From the celebrity status, he from the DMV or whatever, you know what I'm saying? However they group it. I'm trying to speak for them and for ourselves, but I know how they try to do it sometimes, but. Yeah. From a DC perspective, no. Wale is from Maryland. Shouts out to Wale. He ain't a measly. He not a slandered Maryland, what we would call, no. But he is from Maryland, though. According to what I was knowing and what they used to say in school and shit, rumors, how it go with the rumors and shit like that. But like, we got Shy Glizzy, we got Fett Trail, you know what I'm saying? And Maryland and Virginia got way more like on that tip. Artistry and celebrity and athlete. So grouping us with them, it only hurts us, bro. Because we got all the actual street shit. We got all the street. We got Rayford Evans. We got all the street cats. We got all the real ghetto hood shit. Yeah. And I think a lot of them get to piggyback off the work of DC, but we don't get none of the motherfucking shit from it. We don't get no new rec centers. We don't get no new housing. We don't get they still got the motherfucking monkey grease on the bars and shit. We don't get no new construction. We don't benefit being a part of them. That's why we ain't a part of them. We our own shit, bro. DC, man. Shouts out to the DMV movement, though. And by the way, the movement was fire. Of course, I mean, you know, it was fire. Danger Zone, Ty Law, all of them was putting in work. They brung spotlight to the area, and I would dare say that's part of the reason I got on, because the spotlight was here, and once you got the spotlight in the area, now they like, oh shit, who is that nigga on? They would have never checked for me. You know what I'm saying? The nigga, what's his name? Venom. Shouts out to Venom. He had Norbs coming down here, getting everybody PGs and shit. Ralphie Gabbana getting all them PGs. Ty Law was fucking with it. Danger Zone was a part of it. DRUGZ, Twerk, Ride the whole Goonies and shit. You know, they definitely brung the light even here for a nigga like me to even get up on URL. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm answering 3 different questions. I'm answering from a battle rap perspective, from a battle rap perspective, from a like mainstream celebrity perspective, and then from the hood perspective. From the hood perspective, nah, fuck all them. But from the battle rap perspective, man, I thank them. And from the celebrity status, fuck them too. You know what I'm saying? But battle rap, I thank them because they brung the light down here for us. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
You know, I appreciate that, Anna. I'm gonna start off by saying, man, knowing you throughout the years, I feel like you know, interviewing you are like one of the most honest dudes in battle rap culture. You talk from the cuff. You know what I mean? You one of the guys. You say how you feel. You stand on how you feel. You don't really give a fuck. Like, you know, you down. Like, you sometimes somebody say you honest to a fault.
Yeah. You know, and I've noticed that as well when I read the comments. And when I first got in the game, one of the things DRUGZ told me, shouts out to DRUGZ, free DRUGZ. One of the things he told me, the first thing he told me was, don't read the comments, Anna. Never, just don't read the comments, bro. But I can't help it. I want to know what they think about my lines. I want to know what they think about the rhymes. And like 5 years later, you know, I've been in the game 5 years. 5 years later, since Swamp, I finally kind of understand why he said that. It's because none of them are going to be talking about the raps. Ain't none of them going to be talking about the rhymes. I'm here to hear what you thought about these lines and these bars, and thinking they going to review it and recap these lines. They going to say everything else but the rhymes. That's why he was saying, I've just now figured it out. You said don't read the comments because they ain't going to be talking about the shit you think they going to be talking about. They going to be talking about what's the shit on his door and what's on his roof. They going to be talking about why is his stern wheel half in the way. You see why I turned it around thinking what they gonna say, like why, and it's gotten to me over the years. It got to me. My actual, now I be like actually thinking of my image towards them when I never used to thought of that. I'm solid and solidifying who I am. I know exactly who I be, and my city know me too. You know what I'm saying? But now I be actually thinking, let me cut my nails before I go up there. Let me make sure let me clean the bottom of my nails. Let me shit I would never have thought about, and that's because he was right. The comments over time has gotten to me, and I do believe it's at fault because there's some things that just, I guess it's hard to believe when you're a real nigga and you just saying it out loud. Like for instance, I just had an interview with 3 Letter Man. Shouts out to 3. And the comments is getting on me in the interview about they believe I'm pretending not to know who Moneybagg Yo is. They believe I'm pretending not to know him. I don't know why. Don't know what that would do me for, but that's what they under the impression. Oh, no, how you don't know Moneybagg Yo and you did his beat for your chest dish and shit like that. And I see where the honesty hurts me because sometimes it just don't look believable. And I get it, and I be getting it sometimes, but they don't know how to pay attention. I'm not here to answer that. I'm just saying it was prevalent. It just happened. But I was like, but how you gonna make me know a nigga I don't know, bro? Yeah. How the fuck I don't keep up with these young niggas? It's a new rapper every day. I can't keep up with them. If they ain't in my top 10, I don't know them niggas. Like, they gonna make you know a nigga. Like, come on, bro. That should be.
Well, he recently used something, the lines from the battle you did with Lou Castro on his project, all right?
Correct.
So that's, I mean, I can understand why they're like, nigga, nigga know you. I do, like, nigga know you. Use your shit on his shit. How you know? You know what I mean? So I can understand.
He don't know me. He know the TikTok clip or just the sound bite of it. I'm more than sure. I know for a fact he ain't watched the damn battle. I know that for a fact. He ain't got the app. He did not watch the battle. It went so viral. He could have got it from anywhere. Shade Room, bunch of TikTokers, bunch of remixes. It could have came from anywhere. It didn't come from Castro. They're not watching us. Like, that's what they just saying shit, bro. No, he ain't see that shit. You think he saw that shit? Nah, I doubt it.
Hey, you never know. You know what I mean?
He probably didn't even do that. That was the engineer. The engineers did that shit. The producer did that. Thought it would be tight. He didn't even do that. Like, they be just so lost. So I forgot what it's like to be regular sometimes. During my little stint in the URL, I learned so much. Met so many celebrities and just learned so much of how it go. I forgot what it's like to be like regular and how we used to think when I was regular too. I used to be thinking that too. You know, so sometimes I forgive them because they're regular. They'll never understand till they become something. Then they'll start to get it, type shit.
Yeah, of course.
So sometimes I gotta remember that. Yeah, it's easy to forget that though.
And you know, being a public figure and walking through the things you've walked through, being an artist, of course, somebody who's just watching it will never really understand until you walk these walks. It's hard to actually have a perception. Like, people will talk about Jay-Z, or people will talk about entertainers, Illuminati, or whatever the case may be, or what people had to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to judge without ever having to put that work in or deal with these people or fight the sharks. You know what I'm saying? Or deal with these entities or trying to become a billionaire or whatever. So you don't know what it takes. So it's very easy to judge. It's easy to be like, for somebody to judge their success. Oh, Your Honor must have sold out since he got the bread or whatever the case. Is very easy because, you know, until the only time you understand is when you put yourself in a position to be a boss, to own something, to run something, to pay people. That's the only time you really have that perspective.
That's the key word, knowledge. A boss of something is the key word, something. Because I be telling them, if you just did anything in life, you'll be able to compartmentalize the perspective of the thing you're talking about. Exactly. If you just got to do something, and then you'll be able to be like I just play flag football, and from that flag football, I can be like, damn, Justin Jefferson's really good. Just from I ain't gotta be in the NFL. I can just play I play softball every week. I go play softball, and I know what Matt Aaron's going through, and you can just compartmentalize other people's situation and multiply it by 10 if you just did anything. I own 2 vending machines during the pandemic, and then I can understand URL's business model and a lot better just from owning those. I get in there now. I kind of get it. That's what I be saying to them too. I be telling the fans that too. I'm like, bro, if you just do a little more with your life, so a lot of these questions are answered themselves, bro.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure. That's the key word, boss of something, just anything, and you'll understand. Mm-hmm.
Even for myself, you know, being in business over 10 years, having guys work for me and things of that nature. A lot of things now, looking back, like I had to change my ways of thinking. Like, like certain things are how I might look at somebody who's done things in certain. I don't put that level of judgment on them anymore or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I gotta deal with certain shit, and like, okay, it's not as easy as y'all think. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's easy.
You just take your situation and multiply it by 10 for his situation.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
Like, yeah, I might be dealing with a few 100,000, but they dealing with millions. Like this shit come with a different level of pressure and energy, dog. Like,
yep. That's why if they just did anything, you'll be able to understand a little better about the things you complain about in life and other people and other celebrities. If you just did a little more with your life, you'll be able to explain it for yourself. Just multiply it by 20. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I want to go back a little bit to something you said. You had you had shown some love to DRUGZ earlier. You said free drugs. Salute to him. Yeah. You know, he's been out of the game for over a year, you know what I'm saying? Like, where he hasn't battled and things like that. He had his, whatever situation he has, never been like, you know, we don't know his situation with the Goonies or Twerk or, you know, Ace or anything like that, because it's not really, I've asked these questions, but I could tell it's something beyond battle rap, so I kind of left it alone. But to see him in the forefront as far as, like, him in a crazy case, he ended up shooting somebody and everything like that. It's just going crazy and everything like that. You know, I don't know what your relationship is with like drugs and things like that, but you being from that area, I just wanted to know, is there like any updates or anything, like how you feel about the situation? Have you been in contact with him? Just for the fans who might just be wondering.
For sure. He got his hearing tomorrow, actually. He got a hearing tomorrow. It don't look good. The nigga he got into it with looks to be a measly. So therefore he gonna be pressing charges, testifying, doing all the extra stuff. So it don't look good in that sense. I just found all this out yesterday, actually, as I was looking up this shit, trying to figure out when it's hearing and what time. It's in Fairfax, about an hour from me, so that ain't bad. And so it don't look good. Situation don't look good. He is a convicted felon already, and they found a bunch of guns in his house. Plus the fire and the shooting that he did do. Nobody was struck. Nobody got hit. So that's better.
Okay, so he didn't actually shoot the person? I thought like it said
he shot at him. No, he shot at him. Yeah, he dumped at him for sure. Yeah. He tried to punish him, but he didn't hit one shot. Yeah. But he ain't hit one. So that makes it better that there is no victim here. Yeah. So, but it just don't look good just on the fact that that's Commonwealth in Virginia. Everyone who's anybody in the streets, I don't give a where you from. You could be from the streets of Nigeria. You know how Virginia play. And
update me. How does Virginia play? I'm like, just for the ignorant ones out there who really don't know. You know what I mean? How does Virginia play? How serious is this situation?
Virginia is Commonwealth.
Okay.
That mean anything that threatens the monopoly of their domination is going to be scrutinized heavily. So majority of Virginia is nice, positive atmosphere, rich. They don't get into the criminal underworld. They don't, you know what I mean? We bring a lot of our shit out there. When they was gentrifying DC, a lot of people got vouchers to go live in Virginia while they gentrified DC. And from there, we took pretty much our criminal underworld out to Virginia, and they tax for it. They tax heavy for it. So Virginia is just one of the worst places to commit a crime in America. Virginia, New York. New York got to be up there too. I'm about to say New York got to be up there too.
New York be so crazy. They release on recognizance a lot of shit that be going on in New York. They kind of be letting a lot. I don't want to. I haven't been in the system that heavy, but it's so crowded. I feel like sometimes New York, you could slip through the cracks.
Oh, okay. I mean? Oh, okay. Well, Virginia, you don't want to get caught in Virginia doing nothing stupid because they go straight for the max on everything. Ain't no this, that, and the wrist. Ain't no slaps on the wrist. They go straight for the max. You steal something for 100. Yeah, they don't play. They one of those, and it's very very racist state, by the way, as well. Raised on old racist laws. They was in the slave heavy. Yeah, so those laws still haven't been abolished. They still under the racist pretense, so it's even worse for a black man in there. DRUGZ has a good light skin that might could help him in that courtroom, but unfortunately, with his tattoos and his hairstyle, man, oh man. So we'll see, but.
And you said he's already a convicted felon before.
Yeah. He already got convicted felon for shit back in his past, and so you can't get caught with guns, period, as a felon, let alone discharging them. And he had at least 7, not 8, in his house when they went through his house. He had drugs. I mean, hence the name. He always kept those. So it just don't look good at all. I would say for the fans, if you're wondering, if you just had to give us amount of years he's likely to get, it look like 11, maybe 12 of them things strong.
Are you serious? Double digits? And he didn't.
It looked like, and he ain't hit nobody. It looked like it though, because again, the dude that was a part of it, I don't know, but just bro, he look a little measly in terms of he gonna comply and follow all the law or the rules. He ain't gonna just fuck that shit. He ain't gonna really do that. So I'm going off of speculation along with some of the facts, but I'm speculating. But it don't look good at all for him.
Have you spoken to him at all?
Yeah, I spoke to him.
How's he doing? Like
he ain't good. He ain't good spirits. Yeah, that's all you could be out there. But he ain't. He's street, so. Jail ain't gonna be an issue for him. He ain't gonna be traumatized every day. He gonna be up with the cool kids. You know what I'm saying?
I know you got kids. I know you got family. So being away from your children, like that long, the 11. I mean, even for me, being away from my kids 3 days is like, oh my God, I gotta get home type shit. So I can imagine, like, shit, that's a long time if that is the situation.
I'm just again speculating on one of the worst of possibilities, just because I know how Virginia play. Now anybody can get luck. God can bring his hand down for anybody, and you know what I'm saying. But just off, if I just got to move off paperwork and logic with the state that he's in, and Yusuf Roy versus Commonwealth Virginia, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I will put my chips on a bit of a fry. This gonna be a bit of a fry right here, but I mean, just off the convicted felon with guns. Yeah, I think that's gonna be 6 just off that alone. You know what I'm saying? Let alone firing it, let alone, whooping the nigga, the assault. You whooped them first. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, if you just they stack all that up, they don't give a fuck about no concurrent. They stack all that shit up individually type shit. Like it's one of them. Like, I don't know, but I'm not gonna have more information on this. I'll be a thing tomorrow and shit, but I'm not gonna have more information on this. My battle rap community don't give a fuck. All they did was clown him and tease him when it happened, so I ain't gonna have no more information on this regardless.
Damn, yo, but you said he is in good spirits though.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, again, prison, jail, it ain't. He gonna be with the cool kids. He gonna be. He may not be Tank Boss, but he gonna be over there. He gonna have his motion. You know what I'm saying? He know how to survive in those environments. So, because that's all I think about. Jail ain't for everybody. Prison ain't for everybody either. And it could be a harsh time for a lot of people, but for most people, or at least most of the tough street cats, they end up finding their groove. You know what I mean? They be all right. So he'll be all right in that sense.
As far as damn, he sat for so long. As far as on battle rap time, when you chopped it up with him, is he still into the culture, or was he yo, fuck this shit, fuck the culture?
I ain't get a chance. We ain't get that topic ain't even come up.
Got you. He's dealing with
my bad. We ain't even.
I wouldn't even But prior to that situation, where was his mindset in battle rap? If you were in contact with him, was he still into the culture, or was he man, I'm this shit for the birds right now. I'm chilling.
It's funny because when he first called me, before he got arrested, he called me. My daughter was being born, but we had spoke a little bit after that. I was in the hospital. I couldn't talk to him. She was literally coming out when he called me, and he was on the run at that time. So that's probably what he was trying to tell me or shit. But when I first got to battle rap, he was one of the ones I was close with because we was from the same area and he was already in it, so he could give me the ins and outs from the PG process and shit like that. And then a little bit into battle rap, we kind of fell off. We got into it. You know how battle rap go. But people put people together. Ace and I mean not Ace, my bad. The Goonies and shit. When he was doing that stuff, he kind of we had our little moments and things like that. So we fell back a little bit, but when he called me, it showed me, we was all good and shit. So that's my guy and all, but at the same time, we ain't, you know what I mean? I don't.
Got you. I got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's my guy though, for sure. And when he called me, it made me know, okay, that is my dude. Because he kind of was showing me the ropes, especially early on. Coming there, he was doing him and Bear Witness. So I said the Bear Witness, he's another battler from PG, DMV, whatever, DMV movement. And he was showing me big ropes. That advice be carrying me to this day, bro, for real.
Definitely.
But I don't know his battle rap status. I don't know his battle rap status. Last I was under the impression he was a bit blackballed due to the power of Twerk and the Goonies and shit like that. Yeah, he was a bit, that's the last impression I got. And I don't even think that came from him. That was when I spoke to somebody else on the Amtrak. Shouts out to bro, you know who you is. Shouts out to Brody. We took the Amtrak home, and he was telling me, he was explaining it all to me. That was the last I kind of heard, but.
Well, if you do see him or chop it up, just, let him know I said what up. Prayers out to him. Hopefully everything, he can get back to his family as soon as possible,
For sure.
Now, your Honor, what's up with you, man? How have you been? I see you doing your podcast thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I got my fake ass podcast. Yeah.
You sent me a track. It was a gospel track. You know what I'm saying? The fans, surprisingly they was rocking with it. I went to the comments. I thought they was gonna be like, "What you doing? This hip hop?" Nah, they was actually really showing love. You know what I'm saying? And we about to surprise them sometime this week with another crazy joint with you and Rain.
Shout out to Rain.
super fire. You know what I mean? I gave it about 10 listens back to back. You had the better verse and all of that. So, you know what I mean? I see you doing these things. So I see you doing a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? So are you just diversifying what you do? Is battle rap, like, are you falling out in love with battle rap? Where is your honor at right now?
I'm definitely taking a mean break from battle rap. I took 2 6-month breaks in my 3rd year in battle rap when my daughter was born, and now I had another one. So I'm pretty much do the same. I know the rest of this year. I know the rest of this year is out. I ain't battling the rest of this year. I know that's out already. We already mapped out our family timeline, and I know battle rap is over for the rest of the year. Maybe 2025 if I'm lucky, but if even that, I wouldn't even write that down. You could have sort of lasted me against Low, so yeah, that could have easily been my last performance. This shit was fun. I had a great time, but you know, it don't really hit, it don't hit the spot in terms of it don't feed my niche for hip hop anymore. You know what I mean? And I find myself back in the studio now. That's why I'm dropping like crazy, and I'm coming up and I'm getting these songs because that, you know, that's the first love is the music. You know what I'm saying? And battle rap was something I always watched, and I'm happy I had the chance to be a part of it. I knew I was good at it. We battled all across the city in DC, so I'm happy I was good at it. I'm happy I made what I made from it and made something of myself and got a little chance to do something. And now with that battle rap clout, I would say it's time to see if that can transfer into what I really like to do, which is music. So I think now I'm just kind of focusing on a little bit of the music, trying to put my foot down a little more on the pedal with that. You know, everything I put out to hit, and everybody always love it. So, you know, I clearly got something. I definitely want to utilize that. The battle scene, it's not hitting me no more, man. I think because I really fell out of love with watching it. Like, I can't watch it no more. It's so dumb. It's so weak. You know what I mean? The lines, the rhymes, the rounds, the performances. It's just so ass, bro, that I think I thought I didn't know how much of a part that would mean for me to get up there. Like meaning I didn't know if the system you playing in sucks, it would affect your game. Like I didn't really know that, and it does.
Explain that to me, please. Explain that to me. I don't understand what you mean by that.
Like the shit they cheer for. I think we in a. Yep. I think we're in a new time. I've been in battle rap since its inception, since the beginning. I was battling in my city, and then then battle rap aired publicly on VH1. It was Fight Club. That was my first introduction to anyone else region of battle rap was Fight Club. Before that, we had our own in the city. We was battling with our rhymes, with our 16s and our 32s and shit, you know, going back and forth like that. And the first time I've seen a structured type of actual battle rap was VH1 Fight Club. Then from there, YouTube came out like 3 years later in 2004, 2003, I think. YouTube came out. 2005, yeah, Fight Club aired, if I'm not mistaken, aired in 2002. I was 11, young, and I seen it. Then 2005, YouTube came out, which is when it started to air on YouTube or come back out on YouTube. And I've been in there since the beginning. So the whole
film, Smack DVDs and all that too? You wasn't?
Nah, I wasn't a part of that. Nah.
Okay.
Didn't see those. No. It was battle rap on there?
Yeah, you know, that was Smack DVD. He'll be interviewing all the top rappers, 50 Cent, all that. But at the end of the DVD, that's where you see the little battles at the end. You know what I mean? Give
me one of the battles.
Mook versus Party Artie. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, right. I saw all that on YouTube. I didn't see it on the DVDs.
Castro and Jay Mills. You know what I'm saying? Like,
YouTube.
All these battles was like, you know.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm explaining. I got that whole stint from YouTube. Once YouTube aired, it was on YouTube.
Okay. But you wasn't watching them since on the DVDs, like because they was on the DVDs prior before they was on YouTube.
Nah, I'm from DC. Well, why would I be watching New York DVDs? We don't know that.
You gotta come to the Ave, to Jamaica Ave, pick up the joints.
Yeah, we wasn't doing that. I'm speaking on once it became public to the world, which is YouTube. Once it came on the internet. So, but it still was the beginning. Smack DVD couldn't be too far from the YouTube drops. I don't know when he started, but I was about to say, it couldn't have been too far from the damn YouTube. So I was there from the beginning.
Early 2000s,
there we go.
And shit like that. Yeah.
So I was there from that. So I've been in advocate watcher of battle rap from the time I saw it. First battle was Math and Nims was the first one I saw on VH1.
Wow.
Yeah. So Math and Nims, that's when I saw Arsenal and Hollow was up there, and it was crazy. And shit was that was my first time seeing it in the formulaic way.
The Hulk Hogan leg drop. Yeah, all that.
He got one charge, Wanderer. Man, that shit was so tight. And I was like, bro, we be rapping, but it was never like that. It was just your rhymes, like your verse rhymes versus his verse rhymes. It was never as the structure they had. And ours was always on beat, by the way. It was always a beat playing. It was never that. The first time I saw an acapella joint like that, it was that shit. And it blew me away. And I've been watching it ever since from a public forum standpoint. I've been watching it ever since. So I think here we are, damn near 23 years later.
Yeah.
I think we at a time in the sport where majority of the viewing audience don't share my story. They don't share I've been in it since the inception. They don't have that testimony.
Yeah.
Therefore, some of the things that are being done in battle rap that I look at as cheesy, corny, done before, heard it before, they don't. This is their introduction. This is their nostalgic period, and the history they don't know nothing about. So I think I was forever doomed. Not just me. I'm talking. When I say I do mean me, but I need to use we more because I talk to pioneers, Rex, Mook. I speak with pioneers, and I speak with people who've been in this who only can remember from the beginning too. And
just to add on, you talking about guys who. Mount Rushmore, like guys who was in the
Come on now.
These are the founding fathers. So, but continue.
Come on now, yeah, we know that. And so I feel like it was bound to get to this point, and I like to compare it with other entities that I see too, such as a lot of my older family, like my uncles and big brothers and shit like that. A lot of the older people in my life feel the same way about basketball and football and shit. They can't keep up with these new niggas. They don't even watch it like that. It ain't the game they know and love. But to us who came from this era, it's like, oh, that was fire, that was tight. But they already seen an iteration of that at a time before, and it's not as exciting. I mean, I'm sorry, get to the fucking point, Anna. I'm saying, I think we've entered that eclipse part where if you was in it from the beginning to now, you ain't gonna really like nothing now because it's all you know what I mean? It's
like watching the same show all over again. Like, all right, bro, like yeah, and it's not even as good as the original show. Like
and it ain't even as good as the original. Yeah, it's like watching a remake, and it ain't even as good as the original. And I think that's where I'm at with it. I thought 3 years ago when I started to slow down on my watching, because mind you, I'm one of the ones like you, or like majority of people from that time who watched everything. We saw everything. And I don't give a fuck what it was. If it was on URL, we watched. I can't say the same for all the other leagues, but for sure, I watched everything on URL. RBE, Guerrilla Warfare is probably the top joints I've seen everything from. And when I started to slow down on those battles, when I started to miss battles and be like, I ain't never saw that, I ain't saw that, it started to get to me like, yeah, they not trash. I gotta stop saying like the battlers now is trash. They not trash, bro. You been in this shit so long. What could they really do for you, bro? They can't hit my spot. Pause if applicable. They can't hit my spot. They can't scratch my itch for this shit. They can't bring that tension back. They can't bring the threat of this may go left back while they rap. They can't do none of that. They can't do nothing for me. And that's not their fault.
Here and there, we might get that. Here and there, like we get a
here and there.
Where we get a Luxonity where it's like a must watch. Like, damn, I gotta check that out. You know what I mean? But I do understand where you're coming from completely, Your Honor, because I feel the same way. Like somebody who's been in this game, like if I'm not at the event, but you know what? Like I just came from John's event this weekend. Just to add on to what you're saying, just came from John's event this weekend. I enjoyed really all the battles, even the new guys and everything. I feel like if I wasn't in the building, I probably wouldn't have had the same interest. But the fact that I got to watch it, I got to see Lou Castro do his thing. I got to see these new artists, guys I never seen before, really put in pain. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, that helps. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're not really in these vicinities or watching it live, it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard for me to throw in a battle and keep my attention that much. So I get where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I don't think it's their fault. See, I did a few interviews ago, and I kept throughout the last 3 years. I'm like, no, these niggas suck, man. I can't watch these niggas suck nowadays. These niggas suck. Even the guys I grew up on and liked suck now. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, I'm leaning over the hill, saying, comparing it with other entities, comparing it with what some of the OGs in my life say, some of the big uncles say about football, about basketball, about baseball, what all these people say. And it's like, oh, we all bound to get here at some point. You're all, especially if you've been in something for so long, eventually it won't even be the thing you fell in love with. It won't be recognizable to you. And you either got to re-fall in love with how it goes now, or you most likely going to let it go. And a lot of us just going to let it go. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling that way about sports too. John Morant don't impress me. I'm like, I grew up on Derrick Rose, bro. Ain't nothing he doing that's impressive. I grew up on D Rose for real.
He kind of impressive though.
I ain't saying he ain't. I'm saying I'm at the wall. We all gonna get at with old age because we all got the same story. If I'm not mistaken, don't your grandfather or your father didn't he hate on something y'all was doing when y'all was coming up?
Facts. Even hip hop now, like hip hop now ain't the hip hop like I fell in love with. You know what I'm saying? Like mumble rap and it's like yo, honestly, you have to be less lyrical and all that to be nice now in this era. That's how it feels.
Right. So you either fall in love with the new sound, re-fall in love with how it go now, or you let it go. And most likely you gonna let it go. You ain't gonna let me get the hang of these young niggas. Let me get the swag. You too nostalgically stuck in your period. Nah.
You know what's funny? I'm watching like Instagram clips, and I watched this one video where they're asking like, you know, who would you take out and things like that. And it's like I think it was Nas, Lil Wayne, Biggie, and Jay. And I'm seeing a bunch of niggas taking out Biggie, and I'm like, damn, I'm in a whole nother
you in a whole nother game, yeah. You in a whole nother game. I'm taking out Jay personally. Yeah, I'm taking out Jay. We ain't really listening to Jay. That one thing DC don't do is listen to Jay-Z, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry, he ain't make it this far. We be like, what? I swear to Lord.
Wasn't he getting money? Wasn't he getting money in DC?
I don't know nothing about that. I was a kid.
But you are right though. You are right. Like, you know, it is hard to kind of like keep that same energy and keep that same love. And it's like, what else can we get? Like, you know what I'm saying? What can we see that will take it to the next level? But go ahead.
Well, from the battlers themselves, they reinvent. You know, Rock, one of the best at reinventing. Drake, my bad, Drake. They reinvent and update with the times. I find it hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? They do it so easily. They transfer it so well. I find it hard to just update with the times and shit. I don't even know.
You don't have to though, Anna. You don't have like you personally. Your Anna doesn't have to update anything. Yo, your Honor is an original battle rapper. You are super original. You are super who you are. Like, you are somebody who don't have to reinvent anything. What you have to do, like, just like outside looking in and me being a fan of your work, is you just have to be consistent.
Agree. Yeah, I definitely got
consistently good. Yeah. Because, you know, when your Honor is on 100, he's like, when they say, yo, there ain't no stars in battle rap, your Honor is a star in battle rap. He just hasn't did what he has to do to become that star all the way. Because to be that star, you got to be some level of consistency. Like all the biggest, best niggas in the game who's top, you know what I mean? They have at least some level of consistency, and they don't really have much bad games. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is probably harder to do in this time. It was a lot more. The rules are different. They give y'all niggas 2 weeks to prepare. There's a lot of different shit going on too. But I feel like, you know, with somebody who's original like you don't have to reinvent anything, because I feel like we haven't even seen the totality of what your Honor could be in this game of battle rap. Just me personally.
Yeah, nah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I ain't trying to make no excuse either. I'm just saying that's how the battlers stay along so long through the reinvention. But the fans, it's just gonna be new fans that you gotta appeal to. And in conclusion, to tie this up, I just think I'm stuck in my time, and we are so far from it, and only getting further away from it. And I'm not gonna fall in love with the way they do this shit now, bro.
Got you.
This shit this shit acapella, but there's a cadence to this madness. It's acapella, but there's a cadence to it, and they don't even believe in that, bro. They into a whole nother bar frame. I'm like, that was the end of the line, bro. Your last word has to come right here and it has to rhyme. That's it. There's no more page space. That's the end of the frame. They have a whole new set of rules. They under a whole new requirements, bro. They can span this long. They can throw in as many words, then get there whenever they ready. It's no, like, what made it hard was you only had this much space until the rhyme has to come in, because that's the cadence it's on. They could just break that with a whistle or a snap or a click or a revolver spinner or some shit. They could just, and I'm like, so I can't see it I can't unsee it the way I see it. You know, I've yet to be able to break my mold. And most of us, and I'm not saying just me, that's why I keep bringing everybody else into it, because y'all motherfuckers gonna hit that wall too. This era, when it move, in 10 more years, when it's somewhere else, they gonna be saying, nah, bro, you supposed to, they gonna be referencing some shit from now that you supposed to be doing, because they gonna be stuck in the nostalgic time period. So it's a normal thing to do. We all got our grandfather, our fathers who hated the way we dressed, hated what y'all doing that now, hated our hairstyles. Everyone's gonna be stuck in their 12 to 19-year-old blend, whatever was going on from a 12 to 19, whatever was the main, that's what you kind of gonna stick with for the remainder of your life. And anything under that is gonna be weird. You're not gonna understand it. Yeah, I'm looking at these young niggas like when they dye their hair all these colors. I'm like, that's gay. I'm from a town that's gay. Only Cisco could do that and get away with it. No one else can have no other colors other than black, or you was automatically a homosexual. Now you're not. So we all gonna be stuck in our time of laws that we know we can't do nothing about it, bro. It's tied to like how you believe men should operate. That's why it's tied to your belief on man's operation. Man's operation is, once you hit 30, you don't get cornrows, bro. It's over. You get yourself a lean fade. You tidy your shit up, and you walk and present yourself as an alpha male. We all gonna be tied to what we think the laws are from our times. That's all. And I'm just letting battle rap know. I'm letting battle rap know I've hit my manly wall. I got 2 kids now. I'm 31. My birthday in 2 weeks. I'll be 32. I just hit the manly wall where I'm now hate everything new, and I'm only like what I grew up on. Your grandfather did it. Your father did it. Your mother did it. Your auntie. If you don't believe they did it, then go walk around them and watch. Just go to the reunion and watch your auntie say, "What the fuck is that? What are you wearing? What the hell is this? Why are your chain so damn choky? Why is it smuggling your neck? That's a female chain." But it's not to them. It's not. It's manly to have that motherfucker stuck right here and shit.
Or niggas wearing purses and shit like that's a merce, nigga. This is a man purse, nigga.
They reinvent the wheel, and we look at it as a derogatory because that's the same shit you would have gotten bullied for in your time. You couldn't walk around like that. You know what I'm saying? So we all got that on. If you don't believe you got that on, just go to the reunion. She gonna fire your ass up the minute she see you. She gonna say, why is your earring hanging? Men don't wear hanging, men only wear studs. We don't wear hanging earrings with a cross on. This is feminine. You know, but then the niggas now who wear the long chain, in 10 years, the men gonna be wearing hoops, and they gonna say, "What you doing wearing hoop earrings that say princess on it?" And the nigga gonna say, "What to say princess? This man says you could do this." It's gonna change each time, and each generation gonna hate the last one for it, bro. I'm just following the normal protocol. I'm just normal.
I'm from, I got a Haitian background, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
From my culture, you can't even wear earrings, nigga. That ain't even manly.
You a Bati boy. You a Bati boy.
They take it to that level. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that they it's that deep. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, you got Eric. Like, what the hell? Women with it, girls with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So,
and my older siblings, my older families era, you only could wear one on the left.
I remember.
And then
that
my era, you could wear two. I'm from my nostalgic period from 12 to 19. You could wear two studs, like Nelly, like you know what I mean. You could wear two. Then the nostalgic era right after that, Wayne brung in the new nostalgia era right after that. Those 12 to 19 could do the nose thing and then the lip thing, and it just gets each rapper sets precedent for the next one of what's acceptable, because we're under the impression that he's manly getting bitches doing it this way. That it's what gets trickled down to us. So it's you know what I mean. So I ain't different. I ain't hating. I'm just hitting the wall of my nostalgic period, and everything after his ass.
Let me ask you this then. So I don't want to say like, you know, you're retired, but is this what it is? Like, is it like, do you feel like, because you talking about you're not going to pop out 2024.
2024 is a dub.
And you damn near saying 2025 look shaky.
I don't believe in 2025. My girl, but steady believes in 2025. My baby mother, she believe in 2025 for me because she missed the checks. You know, I sent my shit to her. She missed the check. I gave her all my. I ain't never. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. She be missed it, especially when I was like going my runs and shit. When I was we was 30,000 in 3 months and shit. She was very excited. Back when I took those back, like 9 battles in 3 months, shit going crazy. And I get about 3,000 a pop, so around 27, 30,000. So she was like, she was enjoying that. So you know, she missed shit like that. But I told her I'd never be on that type of grind again. That was a different grind at that time. But we always trying to get out there. You know what I'm saying? It was a race. It was a race between me and Swan. I was at Ace, my bad. I was always trying to just get in front of them. So that was good hunger. It was healthy hunger, healthy competition at that time. But I lasted too long on that subject. My girl, Mr. Jane, so she believed in 2025. But, you know, I'm letting her know I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I'm really good at this shit called rapping, bro. I really am. I know I am at this point. And if it's not worth it, I put the art before everything. You know, she gonna put the pay before she ain't her heart don't beat hip hop. So that's understand. Her veins and kidneys and organs ain't percussions and acoustics. So that's understandable. Bet you have a normal human body. My body is producer and engineer based. So she of course she don't care about but I'm always for the artwork first. You know, never no pay, never no clout, never no followers, never no plates. It's always going to be about the art form for me because this is all I know. So until I can get to the point where that's first and it ain't about just money and it ain't about clout and it ain't about followers, if I can't find a way to get that back first, then yeah, you won't see me no more. Because last thing I'm gonna do is disrespect the art form and just go up there for a check. You know what I mean? That's the last thing I'm gonna do nowadays. You know, when I first came in, you know, I was definitely on that time, but I had to reevaluate myself and what hip hop means to me, and I can't find myself doing that. So if I don't find the love again, that'll be the end of your boy. You know, but.
So are you officially off your contract then? Like, is that officially done? Like, you know the contract you had initially when you were around? Yeah, my contract ended in May, if I'm not mistaken. It's been 5 years. I signed a 5-year joint right before the Swamp battle. I had my PG, and P knew he had himself a star. I got my shit instantly. Some people got theirs a little later. I always just like to say that because it means something. That I got mine immediately when he saw me. And so my 5 years, me and Swamp anniversary just passed on our battle, and so my 5-year joint just ended. So it was ending anyway. I didn't have to like say, yo, I'm out. It was pretty much over anyway. If I come back, I'm definitely going to want the max. I want a Patrick Mahomes. I want a 10-year. I want one of them 10-year, one of them Lamar, Westbrook, Harden, Durant, Mahomes joints, man. I want one of them 9, 10-year. You know what I'm saying? No money down, no money guarantee. I don't need no money down, no money guarantee. Just, you know, lock me in. But yeah, it ended. Let me ask you this: Are leagues actually reaching out to you though? Like, you know what I mean? Are you getting offers? Like, it's like, you know.
Nah. The only people, P called me. I spoke to him about 2 weeks ago. He wanted me to battle some cat coming up. Shouts out to EMB. He actually fired. He coming up. He wanted me to, you know, he thought it'd be a fire matchup. I told him I was on the break and shit. I hit him up next year if I'm back. And that Fonz called me the other day. Fonz called me, what's today? Monday. Fonz called me Saturday. He wanted me on his joint out there on the car with me to come put in some work. Told him the same thing. But shouts out to so those only 2 calls I've got. Oh, and then Out Society, my bad. There's an event. Yeah, they have a fire event July 13th.
I spoke to Kels.
Yeah, fire event. If you ain't see that card is crazy. But Anderson, Southeast DC, you know I'm gonna be there. It's my home. So she called me for that one. Of course, you can't have no card in DC without calling me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to kids. But besides those 3, no. But you turn
that down because that is a fire card. I'm sure that
fire card.
You just like I just don't want to do it. Like I'm not hungry. Like I don't want it. Like it's just not for you right now.
Yeah, it's not for me right now because, my battle rap process takes so long just to come up with 3 rounds. It take me I gotta be the slowest writing motherfucker in battle rap. And I think it's because I always look for refreshingly original content. You know what I mean? It's all original, but I look for refreshingly original. So it takes me a bit longer, you know what I mean? And so I could spend 2 weeks on a round, you know what I mean? So a 3 rounder could take me damn near 90 days to complete. That's why I only battled 4 times. At the beginning of last year, I reached out to Bills. I told Bills, yo, y'all booking me a little too early. I mean, my bad, P. Sorry, I reached out to Bills for something else, but I reached out to P. I said, yo, y'all been booking me a little too early than I'm comfortable with. That's why I haven't been having 3 rounds. That's why I never could have 3 rounds. And it took me 4 years to realize this. I never could have it because I can't write that fast. Because I don't just write and keep that bullshit. I write and be like, yeah, nah, this just don't belong here. And I formulate and do them. That's when you get these perfect rounds like Glue Easy. My Glue Easy material, perfect. My stumbles, perfect. Man, you was someone, now y'all was there. And I had that one, I had 6 months in between. I had 6 months for that, but they told me 6 months in advance for that because I told them they already knew what they was doing. It was in North Carolina. They already knew they was bringing Glue back. He told me 6 months. He told me in September, and I battled Glue in March. That's when you get full perfect 3 rounds at his highest level.
I gotta ask him, when did he find out? Because I ain't gonna lie, salute the Glue, but he was awful. Glue got a bit. He got the short end of that stick. Unfortunately, we was actually supposed to battle Silver Wall 2. It was Silver War or 1, whichever the one with Twerk battle Loso, whatever one that was. Okay.
So we were supposed to battle on Silver War in Houston. I told him 2 weeks before the battle, I told P, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Not enough time. I ain't want to go up there. I made it at that point. That was the point where I made my career saying I'm not going up there with no bullshit no more. Because at first I used to just make do, have some funny shit, and say something, try to make it work. The ill will 3rd round, just talk the whole time. Still went viral with crazy. I tried to just make it work. But then I made a conscious decision. So I'm not going up there if I ain't got 3 clean rounds. I'm not putting myself to that no more. There's no reason. I'm not hurting for no money. I'm not hurting for no opportunities. Why are you just continuously saying yes and you can't finish in time? So at that point I called P. I said, yo, P, this wasn't enough time. No fault of yours. I did accept, which means that it's under the establishment that it is enough time, but it wasn't. I'm gonna have to decline. He said, okay, we're gonna move this. We're gonna move it sometime in the future. What I knew was my next battle is going to be Glue. I don't think he knew that though. Because one thing I know is when we got to reschedule, for me, it's going to be the same nigga. Because P matched it up for a reason. He wanted to see this. He's great at matching that shit up. He knew me and Swamp would do what we did. P is great at looking at the 2 talents and being like, yeah. So one thing I knew, I'm going to see him when I come back.
Gotcha.
Glue didn't know that because he used the material for Tay Rock. He battled Tay Rock in between that. He battled Tay Rock in between that time, and used that material. And then he had me in March, and he didn't know, but I knew. I had 6 months of writing time, and so I caught him off guard and dogged him, and that's how I go. And I did that again. Once that happened, I spoke with P, and I did it again. I said, I'm gonna handicap these niggas. I ain't gonna say too much right now. But I definitely was like, yo, P, and that's when I handicapped Steams. I handicapped, I'm doing, that's what I started doing. I said, yo, P, give me who you got in mind next. And I'm the only one that know P gonna stick with the plan. You just gonna be that guy.
Gotcha.
He said, we looking at Steams. The minute I heard that, I already knew. I bet. It was 5 months later, he called me for Steams. In a month, I was ready. already went in there and washed things. So I started handicapping niggas. Yeah, I said I ain't gonna play it fair because their booking system is just too crazy now. They can't book a battle 3 months in advance no more like they used to. It's too many events. It's too much. They can't even guarantee the venue 3 months in advance. They book minimum. They book in minimum 30 days. Ask the battlers. They know this shit is 30 days. Sometimes 2 weeks. They booking like I think Math Alpha has something to do with it.
Swervo just battled franchise, and I was speaking to him, and he like, yeah, man, you know, niggas had like 11 days, 7 days, 8 days, and I'm like, man.
Yep. So, once I knew I can't meet those standards, I got to do something to even this playing field. So that's what I started to do in my next couple battles, and I watched him. And I started to do that. I knew I had Stumbles before he knew. I knew I had Loso before he knew. I knew I had. Me and Clean found out at the same time. A couple people, let's just say 4 battles after Glue, I knew ahead of time and was able to get an advantage on them cats. And it ain't a coincidence. I end up dog walking all of them too. That's not a coincidence. Yeah, that's not a coincidence, by the way. So I started to do that, and then I realized. But last year I only battled 4 times because at the beginning of last year I spoke to P. I said, "Yo, I'm gonna need 3 months every time. I know you could do it because I'm not on the big cards. I'm not on the big stages, so it's easier for you to like foresee this happening. If P like I'm gonna throw a little card in Maryland." At this little bar, I'm gonna have, and the headline gonna be Snake Eyes and Holmesy the God. You pretty much can guarantee everything like that is gonna happen. What they can't guarantee is like the big ones and shit. They can't, that one. That's right. Them joints be the tricky ones to book so far out. But he can guarantee that bar gonna be open, ready for booking, empty, and he can guarantee Snake Eyes and Holmesy gonna fly in and be ready. Everything gonna run smooth, and it did. So he for my place, he able to do that, and that's why I only battled 4 times last year because I need 3 months each. 4 times 3 is 12. That's 12 months. I only battled 4 times last year because we started the new plan of 3 months and make the slow grind type shit. So and then my last plate was Low Show on February 3rd. That was also 3 months away from Clean Paper, which was November 3rd, and so. That's what I started doing. I mean, it means I take less battles. It does mean that. It means that, but I come with stronger shit. I get stronger battles. I get stronger material, boom.
I think that applies for damn near everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like even Lux and Nitty, we see they had battles announced in December. They just battled, a couple weeks ago. So and then the material, you see fans that say, "Damn, best battle we've seen in a long time." The coaches invested in it. So I wanted to ask you this. Do you think, the fast-paced battling kind of, created where the system where, yes, we can fuck around and get a classic in 2-3 weeks, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we're just going to get a bunch of average battles because it's not giving the writers enough time. Like, even though I've seen
most certainly
to being able to write fast and still give you dope shit. But it's like, now we're kind of like getting microwave. Like Lux said, y'all getting that microwave shit, and this is grandma cooking. It take a little more time. Grandma gonna put it.
Oh, for sure.
It's gonna be a whole time. She's gonna start in the morning, and by the time I get to dinner, she done made a feast. But it ain't that microwave shit. So, do you think that's hurt the culture? With guys being booked so quickly and so many. You know what I mean?
Can I trade being booked so quickly for oversaturation? If those words can be synonyms, I'll take that. Okay, then yes, my answer is yes. Because I don't think overbooking is quite the problem, but it's the oversaturation that to me has become one of the problems in battle rap. Just one of the many problems, but that would definitely for sure. I think the fans win when the bars are at their best, of course. And the bars are at their best when we have the most time to prepare them because it's extremely difficult to write in 2 weeks. I don't give a fuck. It ain't extremely difficult for him to come with 3 rounds. It's extremely difficult for him to come with 3 polarizing rounds, with 3 rounds that's going to move the culture forward, with 3 rounds that stuck with everybody. That's the part that we've traded for. Volume. We've traded volume for quality. We've traded quantity for quality, and I agree that has definitely been one of the detriments to the decline of this game. Man, they overbook because the fighters love to pay, And the leagues love to put on events because everyone gets paid, everyone eats, everyone's pockets went up, but the artwork went down. So it just sucks for it sucks for the artists, and it sucks for the artistry, but it don't suck for the artists. It don't suck for the artists or the league. Everybody's pockets went up.
No, facts. No, you're right. So, I mean, we gain something, but we go, and it's never a win, really, when we lose the art. Like, of course, it's good to see you guys get paid and get money, but when the art doesn't get valued, at the end of the day, y'all kind of all lose in the long run, because who wants to invest in art that isn't fire? Like, we want to, you know what I mean? I wanted to end with this. You know, there's a lot more things I want to talk about, but I've reached the hour mark.
Damn, my bad. That's my long-windedness. That's me.
No. Everything you said was wonderful, and I'm gonna bring you back so we can continue to build. But I wanted to, of course, salute you. How long did you have to write for the Swamp Battle? I wanted to ask you that.
I don't quote me, bro. I can't really remember that one. I'm sorry, but probably 2 months.
Okay.
Probably a solid 2, because they didn't start this, crazy booking shit until about 3-4 years ago. This wasn't really prevalent. Pretty much caffeine times. So this wasn't too prevalent back then. So it was an adequate 2 months, I would say.
Yeah, the reason I say that is, salute to you and Swamp. You guys, 15,000 views from 1 million.
We 15,000 views away from 1 million?
Yeah.
15,000.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got you.
15,000. You guys are 985,000 K right now. So I want you guys.
That took a minute.
Whoever's watching, please. Fuck that took a minute. I wanted to say though, I don't remember the last time 2 new guys with your status came and was able to put on 1 million on URL. Now, of course, we got the app, so it's probably we'll never be able to see it. But how do you feel being the last? Like, I can't, unless, the fans can go fact check and look it up or whatever. But I don't know if there's anybody with the level of what you and Swamp did that's hitting 1 million. And to me, that's saying something. Like, major in the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because it's for God, if you're not like a super top tier name or whatever, it's hard to crack 1 million, especially now in this atmosphere of battle rap. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So how does it feel just looking at, that battle specifically, which is an all-time classic? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we call a lot of battles classic, but you and Swamp is definitely an all-time classic, and we could tell by the numbers it's about to hit. It's about to be 1 million views. I don't know if that's gonna be your first 1 million view battle or whatever.
For sure. Yeah.
But
I ain't got nothing close to that. Because right after that, the app came. The app dropped right after that Swamp battle. Literally, my next battle was on the app.
Got you. So how does that feel, being a part of the last generation to even be able to make this mark? You and Swamp. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody else can even come up and say that after this battle. This might have been the last 1 million view URL battle for new artists. Unless they drop some shit off the app and it goes that, but I doubt it. You know what I mean?
I wonder, did they have any more millions after that? I'm gonna have to look that up, because they probably didn't get another million after that. I mean, it ain't 1 million yet, but that could be the last.
I'm talking about as far as you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they might have dropped like Tay-Rock and Twerk, and that ended up doing 1 million or something like that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 2 new guys coming through. Like, when's the last time? Like, there's no top 6s battles, I'm sure, that URL could drop right now on YouTube that's going to do 1 million, as far as like brand new, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying the level of difficulty to be brand new and create that level of energy right now in this era. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to get perspective. How you feel
shouts out to Swamp Town first and foremost. I think timing plays a decent part in that. The fact that before us, the last class to really make some noise was T-Top in them, right? That was pretty much the last. Yeah, so it's been a while for the new class to even make some noise. So I think, timing has a lot to do with that as well. They was thirsty for some new content. And again, this just goes to P, bro. He know how to put them together, man. It's a reason, like, when you look at P's class, Easy, Ace, Swamp, Your Honor, Castro, Fonz, Real Sick. I could stop right there if we just gonna stop at like the top heads. I think there's more in there, but we could stop at that 7. You don't really see 7 come out of a class like that and get to the part they've been at. All of them, well, besides me, and I can take myself out of that because I don't really. Besides me, all of them, 30,000 followers, top names, type shit. then Fonz just beat Geechee and Clips, you know, real sick thing. You know what I mean? So I think P just really know how to put us in those positions, and that's why I was always so grateful for him and stood up for him, because he does a great job. He saw the class. He saw Swamp, that skinny Southern twang on a skinny man versus a more brolicky, street talking, grittier guy. He kind of saw the clash before it happened. He was able to see it, and it just worked out, and we just played off each other well, and it worked out. The setting was beautifully, perfectly shot. It was dark, it was grim, it was dim, a little blue tint in there, but it was mostly dark. And that was band,
right? It was band, right? Band.
That was band. Yeah, that was band. And so shouts out to P and the production for putting all that together. I think all of that came. Of course, we did our thing with the lines, but I can't sit here and pretend our raps was $1 million raps or million view raps. You know, it's everything. Our raps was probably 500,000 views. But then the style clash, his skinny Southern twang versus more of a short. He kind of tall, so versus I'm not short, but it's because he's tall, I guess I'll say, and versus my short, stocky build and mannerism versus his kind of cool, suave, and it was just a great clash like that. Plus the production, the lighting, the sound design, everything, and then the corners that we had. You know, this DMV movement was in there, along with the South came out for that, and the crowd was giving it up. It was it was the second battle of the night. I mean, yeah. I think you got to speak to the whole thing more than just us, but get to that million, man. I ain't even know that. I thought we was further away than that. Oh,
no, you good. I gotta say, hello. Well, you know, man, that's it. That's how I kind of wanted to end it. Swamp versus Yana. Get it to 1 million, 15,000 views to go. Yana, I appreciate your time. You already know it's hip hop is real. Knowledge to God. And make sure y'all check out Kia Life Production. You know, if you want to be in tune with what's going on with the world and the Black community as a whole. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing you guys some interesting content over there as well. So make sure you guys follow me on everything. Hip Hop is Real, Kia Life Production, Knowledge to God. I'm signing out. One love.